All right, here he is, Ciryl, the former UFC interim heavyweight champion. Outstanding striker, certainly a guy who is fun to watch. And those who wanted to question maybe the championship medal, they saw it in spades in the Tai Tuivasa fight. We'll see how it goes for Ciryl here tonight.
You know, we have seen Ciryl on multiple occasions show that he's one of the best in the world. He is so fluid in this movement that not many heavyweights can match him in that. Not many can really deal with the angles and the elusiveness that is Ciryl Gane. But at the end of the day, when it becomes a fight and he has to bite down on the mouth guard and fight someone, Ciryl Gane has proven time and time again that he's also willing to do that.
Ciryl Gane, ready to engage in another high-profile matchup here tonight. Well, as much respect and appreciation as we have for the skill sets of the lower weight class athletes, there is nothing in pro sports quite like a UFC heavyweight championship fight. That is a reality. You've been there, you've done that. Baddest man on the planet putting that very distinction on the line tonight.
Yeah, the champ walks again, and he wears that proudly. Johnny wants to be called the champ. He loves to be called the baddest man on the planet. He is so skilled, he's so dangerous, he's so scary. And he gets up for these types of challenges. He intends to never let go of his belt.
He understands the challenge in front of him here tonight, but he has been forged by this training camp, the championship experience he has accrued, and we'll see if he can leave the way he enters as the greatest heavyweight in the world. All right, with that, both fighters have now graced the octagon. They will lock the door behind them, ready to go with a crazy fight here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight championship fight. All right, now for the intros, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Heavyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Ciryl. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Heavyweight Champion of the world, Assassin.
Deep breaths, folks. Here we go.
Ready. Good.
All right, Ciryl looking to strike his way to further greatness here tonight, but he's been wrestling a little bit too.
Yeah, John, and that's the thing, right? For a great striker like that, he's so fast. He's like a bantamweight. For a big guy to add that level of striking, working with an Olympic champion as the opportunities get bigger, let's see if he can employ that. If Ciryl can now wrestle, everybody's in trouble.
Would have been a fun stylistic matchup for a prime DC. Man, that was a nasty uppercut there. Well, few heavyweight. Huge strike hands there. Somehow, his opponent stayed upright.
I mean, he's still on his feet, but he's not up by much.
All right, so the overhand has certainly been a big weapon for him here tonight. Look for him to go right back to it here if he can find an opening. Well, champ, I'm not suggesting he needs to pace himself necessarily, but throwing caution to the wind and all of these bombs, no good if it doesn't land.
Well, I mean, yeah, it was a game plan, but if it's not landing, he's got to be careful not to get countered because he's overextending him so much. He gets countered, he may go to sleep. Lands, he's hurt.
Oh! Oh, he could absorb some big shots from this spot.
Yeah, John, you got to be urgent. Get to your feet right now. Oh, man.
Oh, hang on, champ. shot inflicted upon him there. All right, he's got the feet on the hips now, DC, in a pretty good position to get out, I would think, if he so chooses.
Absolutely. This is the ideal position for escaping. Now, you're not going to get a submission off or anything like that, but you having your feet on your opponent's hips, it just allows you to build a push. You just push with your feet. You elevate your opponent's hips away from you, and then you just get a jiu-jitsu escape push.
How good is that? The undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world.
And still is coming to become common. When you talk about this man, the expectation has been exceeded. And once again, he holds on to the UFC championship.
All right, to make this title fight official, here's Bruce.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Gane has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 38 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by TKO and still the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Assassin.
So there he is, and still the baddest man on the planet, the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world. He successfully retains the title here tonight and does so by TKO. Nice embrace there with the head coach. This is a celebration that is going to continue all night long tonight. Not only did they defend the belt, but they get the style points they sought by virtue of that TKO. Congratulations to the and still best of the big men.